doing? Where's Joe?
He's pretty pissed off with me. So he's been, I think he's at his sister's house. He's not talking to me right now. So, yeah.
Keisha, how long ago, obviously we saw in the video that Joe's saying he had no idea that you had this account. How long is the account, have you had the page?
I've had the page for at least over a year. It's on my Instagram and my LinkedIn, but that's what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife, period. And you know, he has a friend that he's been entertaining, and she decided that, you know, she wants to really put a bigger, you know, wedge in our relationship. So she went digging around my page and was like, oh, do you know that she has this? And it blew up from that. It's
Nigga, what?
Woo! The side chick exposed his wife. Why? Because the side chick wants to get close. The side chick is like, you're bouncing back and forth between me and your wife, but look what your wife is doing. Your wife is out here for the streets. Your wife is out here entertaining these creepy men online. But what she's saying is, Joe has financial problems. I did this to save our household, and he's been ignoring me the whole time, acting like he didn't know it was going on until his side chick exposed me. All right, let's get back to it. This is new evidence I didn't know.
It's no secret Joe's financial issues, you know, and I have always made a good life for myself, you know. Before I met Joe, I was living overseas in Europe. And I had established myself as a singer, you know, and I came back here, you know, thinking that with his persona and who he was, once we got together and I found out who he was, that it would only take off, you know, other things. But
practicing hypergamy, she's letting you know, when I met him, I didn't know that he was Joe Smith. I didn't know he was an NBA player. So when I got with him, I was looking at it like it can aid to other things that I want to do. Women are always looking to upgrade, guys. Understand that if you cannot make yourself useful, then you're not considered a high-value man. When women see high-value men, they see opportunity for them to get ahead. That's exactly what she's explaining right now. She saw an opportunity.
You know, not everybody's hustle and drive are the same. And depression is a serious thing also. So, you know, I've been just like, you know, supporting and dealing and going through his trials and tribulations with him. I've started several businesses, you know, I've been doing a lot, like, and I just figured out, I have a home in Cape Verde I'm trying not to lose, and a roof over here we're trying to maintain that we almost got kicked out of. So I just kicked in the drive and did what I had to do. You know?
You jump right into survival mode. Women are gonna always use their assets for survival mode. That's what's bad about this society, is that we're telling women it is okay for you to be for the streets. It's okay for you to have an OnlyFans. It's okay for you to use your sexuality and demoralize yourself. At the age that she's at and the experiences that she's been through, in other words, she was already numb to it. For her to go back to a lifestyle that she was used to was extremely easy. That's why they say with modern women, you're not in competition with another man. You are in competition with her past. Her past had already did adult films. For her to go back and do OnlyFans where she has control over the revenue, it's pretty logical thinking whenever you're dealing with a woman like this. Once again, her back's against the wall. What do we teach you? When women backs are against the wall and they go in survivor mode, they become moralless until they get the money to get back being conscious. That's why a lot of women that's claiming they bad bees and they bossed up, they got rich through some man. Women that actually work hard to build businesses to get to where they at, they never brag about anything.
You know, and he won't do it, so I had to. And I'm sorry, you knew I was an adult video star when you met me. So if I would do anything for my own survival then, what makes you think that would change now? When I retired from the adult industry, I promised myself if I don't sing, I don't eat. So when, you know, my music career wasn't popping here when I left Germany and I stayed here for him, I figured, you know, I would, you know, start a business. I started a puppy friend social club business, a dog sitting business. And then COVID happened and that screwed everything up. I have a moving company, you know, that he actually works for me. Like, he works for my moving company. You know, I'm tired of being the one to figure shit out. So
Woo, you mean to tell me she went from an adult film star to trying to be Beyonce to getting into the trucking company, owning a trucking business, a moving business, and Joe was working for her? Can you talk about rags to riches? Can you talk about how pergamy come up? What she's trying to tell you is, I already was doing things for survival mode, so I knew when my back hits the wall, it was nothing for me to do it. It makes logical sense. But really, thinking you could be Beyonce? Let's get back to it.
I figured it out the best way I know that can maximize the money that needs to come in, because I'm tired of living I'm tired of living minimal, It's not fair. And I don't understand how you could have had such a maximized life and be so content. This is ridiculous. But we've been together for almost 13 years, though. We've been together since 2012, like after his retirement. And it really wasn't a retirement that he wanted. It was a forced retirement because he just got locked out after the lockout in the 2011 lockout. You guys remember, he just never got a new job. Nobody wanted him anymore.
So they haven't even been together for a long time. He got with her when he was on his lowest, and she was still trying to practice hypergamy. See, that's my fault. I thought they had been together longer. I thought they had kids, but come to find out, he retired and then he got with her. So what does that mean? It's kind of clown shit on his end, because he should have been aware to the type of woman that he was dealing with. He should have been watching the traits. He should have been watching the red flags. What she's doing is saying, I was actually living this lifestyle before him, and then he came into my life trying to change it, but I looked at it as opportunity. All right, Joe, you got to wake up on this, bro, because you tried to turn an alley cat into a housewife, and she telling you she an alley cat.
So, there was a depression, and I've been dealing with all of this stuff, and I'm sorry, I'm not sorry for what I'm doing. I'm just sorry that he can't understand that that wasn't a selfish decision. It was a decision that I made. I made an executive decision when my man wasn't taking the lead. I really love Joe. I love him. If he never speaks to me again, I still will do things to help him or whatever I can, because he's my family,
See, she's still trying to get back with him. And the reason for that is because he still had another girl. Joe had already moved on to a side chick that she knew about, but she accepted the fact that he had a side chick and said, I'm just going to go ahead and do my hustle. But till now, she still wants Joe to talk to her. She still wants to be with Joe because she's already established a relationship, even though he had another woman. What does this tell you? This tells you, as a man, regardless of what you're going through in your life, if she thinks you're going to go to another woman, she's going to continue to love you. For some reason, women love men who love all women, but they have a hard time loving a man who only loves them.
He's like an intricate part of my life, and I just want the best for us. And I wish he wanted that also. That's really where I'm at. I wish that he wanted the best for us, because he's not really wanting the best for himself, so I can't expect him to do for him what he can't do for himself, I guess. And that's why I just did what I had to do.
Have you drawn that line in the sand that you will continue doing OnlyFans?
Unless something else happens that, changes that, no, I'm going to continue my OnlyFans. I think as a couple and just him individually, he needs counseling to help find out how to re-find himself and find his new place in the world,
So you're the one that got caught with the OnlyFans. You're the one out here with your body all over the internet, but she's saying Joe need to find himself, because the reason that I'm for the streets is because he's broke and his life is not figured out yet. No matter what a woman does in a relationship, she's going to try to twist it one way or another to make it the man's fault for her demoralizing herself. Guys, when it comes to women, women are overly emotional. And women do not mind being for the streets because it comes natural to them. That's where their power is at. And I've always told guys, sex is power for a woman because a man is always chasing it. He's willing to buy it. He's willing to pay for it. At her age, she's still going on OnlyFans, making a lot of money because creepy guys are still supporting it. But when you're in a relationship with a man and you establish a lifestyle, that woman cannot go backwards in that lifestyle. This is why you have a lot of women that are doing OnlyFans now is because it's like, hey, we've been living this lifestyle. Like she said, I don't want to lose my house. I didn't want to lose this. I didn't want to lose that. But as a man, we know when to downgrade when things get hard. And women don't know how to downgrade when things get hard because they always want to elevate up. But the main thing that men need to understand in this position and in this case, and I tell you guys, only toxic women will grab you at your lowest. If a woman take you and she knows that you're on the down spiral, it's because she has too many bodies. The less money that you have, the more bodies the woman's going to have that you're with. I'm going to say it again. The less money that you have in your bank account, the more bodies the woman is going to have that you are with. And that's what you're seeing in this situation. His biggest mistake was trying to turn an adult film star into a housewife who thought she could be Beyonce and wanted to run out and start trucking companies. I'll give it to her. She seems like a hustler, like she was hustling, but she was just hustling in the wrong way and got caught. You have a lot of housewives out here that are doing the same thing that she's doing, hustling on the side of OnlyFans, but you also have a lot of husbands that are allowing it. Get in the comments and let me know exactly what you think about this. When we go to the comments on this, we have, in the comments, we have Francis Kong. He says, she said it's on her Facebook and LinkedIn. Also said the girl had to dig. How was it public? So he's saying that she said it's on her Instagram and now it's not there anymore. Clever says, what's the leak in? Why are you calling me king? Says it's marketing. I absolutely agree. All of this is marketing. All of this is a ploy, but you got to realize this is just what people are doing nowadays. Simple as that. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. This is Anthony Spade. Hasta la vista.